We are now.
Sego Sawaguego, good afternoon, everyone. We are now in our council meeting on November the 5th, 2025. It's the regular council meeting. It's now 1:07 p.m. in the afternoon. And I'll review what the items that are on the agenda so that people that are following online will know what's on the agenda. The first order of business will be to adopt the agenda for November the 5th, 2025. The minutes of October the 5th, 2025 will be reviewed. Any business arising from those minutes will be discussed. Their upcoming meetings for the chief and council will be approved. The Christmas holiday closure times will be decided. The approach to drafting a trespass bylaw will be discussed. The water incentive policy has some changes. The community service business registration for Tiny Farms is on the agenda. A business registration for renewal for Eagle Hill Capital. A business registration renewal for Skin Esteem Aesthetics. There are some land transfers. The Children's Oral Health Initiative funding is on the agenda. Head Start illness policy. There's some legal invoices from JFK Law. The Indigenous Services Canada Amendment 112 for additional funding. The seniors interest-free policy, loan policy is on the council for some changes. The upcoming meetings of November the 12th is the local business. November the 19th is the regular council meeting. November the 26th is the local business. December the 3rd is the regular council meeting. December the 17th is the regular council meeting. There are some Allen Pratt invoices on the agenda. Nathan Wright attended an in-camera session of council to give us an update on the high-speed railway, and Mark McDonald from Nesbitt Burns presented an update on our investments at Nesbitt Burns. Number 8, Councillor Chris Miracle is put on the agenda volunteer equalization payments for the fire department and a request for an HR subcommittee for work council building. That'll be in council, private meeting. So I should put on the agenda the resolution to purchase a table for the Belleville General Hospital Foundation for $2,000. They're going to buy an $800,000 mammography machine, which deals with women's breast cancer. So, motion to adopt the agenda.
I'll motion, Chief.
I'll second, Chief.
Chris Brandt and Linda. Is there anybody opposed? Anybody opposed? Seeing any abstentions? Seeing none, the motion is carried. The October October 5th. It should change that. It says 5th on the agenda, but it's the 15th. The minutes, the regular council minutes of October the 15th was held on Wednesday, October 15th at 1:30 p.m. in the council chambers. I was present. Chris Brandt, Curtis Brandt, Aaron Ferranti, Chris Miracle were present. Councillor Linda Lewin joined by teams. Ogari sent his regrets due to work commitments. Staff present were Angela Miracle, acting CAO, Shelley Bowden, the executive administrative assistant and recording secretary to the council. Charles Miracle, my executive assistant, was present. Motion 1 was moved by Chris Brandt, seconded by Aaron to adopt the agenda. The motion was carried. Motion 2 was moved by Aaron and seconded by Curtis, that the council minutes of October the 2nd, 2025 be approved. The motion was carried. Motion 3 was moved by Chris Brandt, seconded by Aaron, that it be resolved that we, the council of the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte, representing the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte First Nation at a duly convened meeting of council held on October 15th, having reviewed a sketch provided by Hydro One Networks Inc., attached here to a Schedule A sketch in respect to the new modified connection at 823 Old Highway 2 to the electricity distribution system, approve the location on the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte First Nation of the poles, anchors, conductors, and equipment identified in the sketch Council Resolution 2526-057 was approved and signed, and the motion was carried. Motion 4 was moved by Chris Brandt, seconded by Aaron, to approve the signing of the Indigenous Services Canada Agreement Access to Information Act form, that MBK has no objection to providing information on all feasibility studies pertaining to the improvement of the drinking water in the First Nation and Indigenous communities. The motion was carried. And just it should be a letter there, just a correction there. Motion 5 was moved by Aaron and seconded by Curtis to approve to pay Hicks Morley invoice law firm invoice number 837790 and the amount of $11,557 for human resources matters. The motion was carried. Motion 6 was moved by Chris Brandt and seconded by Aaron to approve to pay the Alan Pratt invoice number 6403 in the amount of $7,100 for the Culberson tract land claim. Invoice number 6404 in the amount of $750 for the Trenton Pen loss of use. Invoice number 6405 in the amount of $495 for surrender 24. And invoice number 6406 in the amount of, we need a dollar amount there. You know what that dollar amount is, Shelley?
Pardon?
We need a dollar amount in motion 6 there for invoice number 6406. If you can get that from Cecil, that'll be great. Motion 7 was moved by Aaron and seconded by Curtis to approve awarding the contract to Oshkawibis Engineering and Consulting in the amount of $48,000 with a score of 81 points by a predetermined scoring matrix to complete the feasibility and retrofit plans for the new Red Cedar shelter and approve the project budget in the amount of $59,800. The motion was carried. Other proposals received from QE Engineering in the amount of $36,720 with 52.5 points, and Snyder Architects in the amount of $43,700 with 69 points. Councillor Chris Miracle, negative vote because he believes the vote would be sufficient for what is required. And it looks like they just went by the matrix score points based on how the information provided and questions answered. Motion 8 was moved by Aaron and seconded by Linda to approve the signing of the Indigenous Services Funding Agreement number 2122 ON 000027, amendment number 0111, and the amount of $100 for the provincial and private school tuition. The motion was carried. The council confirmed the following meetings. October the 22nd was local business. November the 5th was regular council. November the 12th was local business. November the 19th was regular council. November the 26th was local business. December the 3rd was regular council. December 17th was regular council. It was moved by Aaron and seconded by Chris that this meeting go into private at 1:57 p.m. Those are the minutes that have been recorded by Shelley. So there's 2 corrections. Just that number 8 needs a letter there, feasibility, and we need a dollar amount for motion 6. Does council agree to approve these minutes, and we will put whatever that invoice number is amount in the minutes as when it's corrected? Is there a mover and seconder?
I'll motion.
Aaron, is there a seconder?
I'll second.
Linda, is anyone opposed?
No.
Any abstentions? Seeing none, the motion is carried. Meetings outside the territory. I will be going to the Indigenous Services Joint Gathering November the 24th, 25th in Toronto. And while I'm there, I will also be attending the Ontario Health Systems Quality Innovation Award Ceremony at the Rotman School of Management. Is there a motion to approve this travel?
I'll second that.
Ms. Miracle?
Is there anyone else though?
Is anybody else going to the Indigenous gathering?
No, not any other meetings.
Are there any meetings outside the territory, Chris?
No.
Curtis? Aaron?
Yeah, we have the
The
leadership training
leadership
that we're
workshop.
going to November.
Is that already in the
But
minutes?
it's already approved.
It's already approved?
Yep.
Do you have anything else that needs approval?
No, I just wanted
Chris?
to remind that though, because then we won't be here on council that day.
Okay.
Linda,
Linda?
three of us won't be here.
Do
Yeah.
you have any,
The only other ones that I have outside of the territory would be just a
18th and
lobby
19th.
meeting, whenever that is.
yeah, whenever that is, okay. Guard, do you have any meetings outside the territory? Okay, so the motion is carried. Motion has been moved and seconded. Is anybody opposed? What date is that, Charlie?
Well, there's an airport office on Sunday. So we have to do Sunday sometime.
So that can go on the next agenda. That can go on the next agenda.
We've got another meeting before then.
Chief, are you going, isn't there an energy symposium that you and Chip are going to on the 20th and 21st?
Let me see, I'll check on my calendar.
And Linda was on there too, and it might have been because you went last year, but I know I had
Yeah,
asked-
the ISO, but that's the Chiefs Fall Assembly in Toronto on that day.
Change the dates for the crew fall assembly. to 18th.
Okay, I can go on the 21st to the ISO Assembly, but I can't go on the 20th. I can probably go in the afternoon of the 20th, because normally the Chiefs meeting is over that lunch hour, and I can go in the afternoon on the 20th and 21st.
when's the Chiefs meeting that you're going to?
The Chiefs meeting is going to be, the Chiefs Fall Assembly is on the 18th, the 19th, and the 20th.
20th.
Pardon me?
Change the date.
Okay, so the 18th and 19th is the Chiefs Fall Assembly in Toronto. I need
And then
approval for that.
ISO is 20th.
I'll motion.
You're not going to be here either. Chief,
Yes.
Chiefs Fall Assembly, you won't be here, Aaron won't be here, Linda won't be here, and I won't be here
For our
for the
regular
19th meeting.
on the 19th.
How many will be here? Will we have quorum? It doesn't sound like we're going to have quorum.
Well, maybe 4 of us.
So we'll have
Because
to,
one of you would have to, do you? Do you have
Right.
quorum if one of
the
them has to
council
act
can
as
still
chief?
proceed as long as we have quorum.
One of them will have to be the chair, and then the three others would be
Enough?
doing the motions, but you still have to have 4 here in order to have a quorum,
Yeah,
correct?
that's, you need 4 of the 6.
So it's still quorum? if
4
one
of the
them's chief?
7. Right, Chief? You have to have 4 of the 7?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
But it still counts if one of them is being the chair?
because there's still 4
As long as there's 4 out of the 6,
of the 7.
the 7 here, that's quorum.
Okay,
And as long as it's a scheduled meeting.
it is your scheduled meeting.
So it's a scheduled meeting as long as we're going to have quorum. But don't have people show up and then decide at the last minute you're not coming, because people don't like that.
It's a regular meeting.
It's a regular meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been moved by Chris Miracle and seconded by Chris Brandt to approve these meetings. So I will add in there the Chiefs Fall Assembly on the 18th and 19th, and the IESO meeting on the 20th and 21st. And Curtis, you're going to the IESO meeting?
Was that?
The Independent Electrical
Yeah,
Supply
I know
Operator.
this, Chief.
No, I was just going
It's,
to what
it's
Tom
on the
said.
20th and 21st.
That's all. I just didn't know. I'd asked him if Jamie was going. He said yes. I said, it says political leadership. I said, do you know of anyone else going? And he had mentioned you and Chip and Linda, or Curtis, sorry, were attending. So I just wanted to verify if that was the case or not. Linda said you're not available. Okay.
2020.
So was there any business arising from those minutes? I neglected to ask you that. Is there any business arising from the minutes? Chris? Curtis?
No, Chief.
Aaron? Chris? Linda? Corey? None? Just will vote none then? And it's already been moved and seconded to approve the travel dates. And Curtis is part of the ISO motion as well. The Christmas closure date, the office would normally open on January the 2nd, which is a Friday, but the staff are suggesting that they open on the Monday, which is January the 5th. So the closure date starts on the 23rd of December. What day do you want the office to open? The Friday or the following Monday?
I'm gonna put a motion that, they open on January 5th.
I'll second.
Who's gonna open on Friday?
One day.
Linda, and who's seconding? Aaron?
Yeah.
Is anybody opposed?
No.
Any abstentions? None? The motion is carried.
Chief,
Yes?
for future discussion, because November 11th coming up, do we give staff November 11th off? But it's not a stat holiday, is that correct?
It's
It is a stat
It's that holiday.
Is it a stat holiday?
It is a stat
So
holiday.
businesses get it
I
all
thought
off?
it was just that holiday.
Is it? They changed it.
Under
Okay.
the labor code, yeah, as far
It's
as.
always been a stat
Okay.
holiday.
My concern is that Remembrance Day is about remembering the vets, and every year I go to the Remembrance, and I don't see a whole lot of people are getting paid a day off.
But that happens with everything.
I'm not talking about everybody else. I'm talking about here, now,
No,
our
I mean,
veterans.
that's what happens with us, with everything. There's no difference between, different payoffs that the office gets that are things in the community, but you don't see them at those particular events. So it's a choice, and whether they go or not.
I can tell you, I do my my moment of silence, like wherever I am.
I've
I
always
don't go to
gone.
the ceremonies, but
Same as Aboriginal Day. People get Aborigine Day off and they all don't come in to and do the events.
We can't regulate what staff.
Like,
I mean, you can encourage it, we can't.
midsummer solstice, that the band gets off, but they don't go in.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a stat holiday, because I know in the past I've worked on many of those days, so.
It's a
But
choice.
it is a stat holiday, so people have to be off work, but I guess we can't govern whether they attend or, but that's the purpose of it, is to
Yeah.
honor the people that served in the war dead. And the Native women usually put on a service at the church too, on Remembrance Day at 9:30, is it, Linda?
Usually. And that's usually done through Dolores and Carol.
Yeah.
Chief, don't we,
I haven't heard anything
They just
either.
do it automatically.
Chief, do you do a ceremony for our vets at the,
At Christchurch, they have it, the
What
Native
time
women
is
put it
that?
on 9:30.
is it?
Then they go down to the cenotaph and Disraeli.
And I usually go to, well, last year I went to Balvo's for Remembrance Day because my grandson is in Sea Cadets and he had to do the Remembrance Day parade. That's why I go there.
All right.
I don't have anybody this year.
The next item is the approach to drafting a trespass bylaw. And we've had a meeting with Jay Herbert, and he told you that we need to have a law in order to be able to apply for the $35,000 from the Ministry of the Attorney General, the Indigenous Justice grant of $35,000. So, so we had a presentation for him that you requested. But there is, for bylaw development, there is $65,000 to $75,000 available at Indigenous Services Canada. It's called the Professional, Institutional and Development Fund. Ron Maven is the person there. I talked to Kyle Lear about it. I was sent around the email to the staff and council. I would suggest that we apply for that money. It's about governance policy and drafting bylaws, all that kind of stuff. And I would strongly suggest we get a lawyer to work with staff to get laws that'll stand up in court.
Well, that's why he said to start
I
with.
had motioned in when he was here. Originally, I had made a motion that we do hire him and get this happening so that we can take care, or we have the ability to govern our own laws here.
But he's a prosecutor though.
He would do all this.
He would do
He's
all
doing
of
all,
it.
So
that's
anyway.
what's in the proposal.
That was all about, the whole presentation, that's what it was about.
Okay, I'm just telling you, there's a pot of money we can apply for.
Okay, I motion that we apply for it and that we do hire him. We gotta get this thing rolling.
I second that, Chief.
Third.
Fourth?
Fifth.
It's called the Professional Institutional and Development Fund. And I talked to Carla where he said it's going to cost more than 75,000. It's 100,000 he would push to help us make it happen.
This thing is 35.
Yes.
But we can't apply for the 35. You have, that's for about prosecution.
I'm not talking about that one. You're talking about a different fund. His proposal is 35.
But we can't apply for it till we have a law in place.
Okay. Yes.
So we hire them and then we apply that, for that money
I'm
because
not-
we've got somebody.
I'm not even talking about the prosecution thing at all. Not even close. Okay,
That's
that,
just
that
his
money that
fee.
you keep saying to apply for, which we can't because we don't have a law, that's, so.
This is a
Jay
different
came
fund.
and did the presentation to you guys. We put it in regular because you wanted his proposal, that's what this is. He says it will be about 35,000 to at least get the trespass all up and so it can be prosecuted.
Yes.
Shu said we can't apply for the MAG money.
Just.
Can we just move on, chief? Like, we're
good. We've already.
micromanaging the debt.
All right.
We've had a first, a second, and all the way up to a sixth.
So who's moving? Chris Brandt, and who's seconding?
Chris.
Okay. Do you want to apply for both or just the MAG money?
We can't apply for it until.
We have the
a
law.
law is in place.
What you're not understanding is that
We can apply for both,
Okay,
chief.
apply for both.
If we can apply for both, let's apply for both.
apply for both is what I'm
Yes.
telling you.
Yes,
One
No,
is for
that's what we're saying.
development, the other
Apply
is
for
for
both.
prosecution.
yes, let's apply for both.
Okay.
The MAG one till later on,
Second.
Yeah.
But at least we already have it.
Yeah.
like
Okay.
next year, the year after.
Motion is carried. Applying for both.
So unfortunately, we have to defer the next item. We didn't receive the briefing note, so we really can't move forward with that briefing note. Todd's off on bereavement, so we'll put it back on the 19th.
So just
Yeah.
the water incentive policy's been withdrawn.
Okay.
Just note that.
Is that why it's empty?
Yes.
I thought
it was just
my computer.
Okay.
There's another one the same way.
He's back tomorrow anyways.
A new business registration, Tiny Farms. Rondi, J.C. Brandt, general retail and e-commerce sales of microgreens. Environmental fire inspections completed. Insurance not required. Motion is to approve. Does council approve?
I'll motion.
Aaron will second it.
Second.
Clerk. Anybody opposed?
No.
Seeing none, the motion is carried. Number 8. Business registration renewal for Eagle Hill Capital, Daniel Brandt's the proprietor. It's a consulting, financial advisory. Environmental inspections not required, insurance is not required. Recommendation is to approve. Does council approve?
Motion.
I'll second.
Chris, Brandt, and Aaron, is anybody opposed? Any
I
abstentions?
just, can I motion it being?
It means on its own.
It would be best if you didn't.
Okay, I'll motion, chief.
Curtis?
I'll
I
second
knew,
still.
just as soon as you said that.
So Curtis Brandt will be the mover
Yeah.
and Aaron will be the seconder. Anybody opposed? Abstentions? Seeing
Just in
none, the
case.
motion's carried.
Just in case, okay.
Business registration, Skin Esteem Aesthetics. Nicole Hershaw is the owner. It's medical aesthetics, environmental fire inspections completed, insurance is on file. Motion to approve and sign.
Motion, chief.
Chris Brandt.
And I'll second, chief.
Chris Brandt and Curtis. Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Seeing none, the motion is carried. Land transfers. There's a land transfer from Beverly Ann Hill LaRue to Dylan Robert Barry Allen Ford for parcel H of lot 13, concession 2, Candaland Survey Record number 4488. There's a land transfer from Charles Edmund Gamble to Rohuste John Douglas Baptiste of lot 23L-19-2, concession A, Candaland Survey Record 110856. There's a land transfer from Nicole Annette Storms to Michaela Dawn Claudel Storms Reed, Courtney Kendra Lee Storms, and Nicole Annette Storms as joint tenants of lot 20F-2, concession A, RSO, Revised Statutes of Ontario 5457R. There's a land transfer from Christopher Montgomery Miracle and Susan Lynn Miracle to Susan Lynn Miracle and Douglas Raymond Bernhardt of lot 21J-4, concession A, Candaland Survey Record 114290. There's a land transfer from Carmen Albert Miracle to Holly Lynn Van Berkel of lot 27C-1, concession 2, revised statutes 5511R. There's a land transfer from Barbara Jane Hill to Rose Carla Hill of lot 21F-4, concession A, revised statutes of Ontario 3919R. There's a land transfer from Kim Baptiste and Karen Ann Baptiste to Mario Maurice II Baptiste of parcel M, lot 5, concession A, Candaland Survey Record 5184. There's a land transfer from Gordon James Armstrong to Lisa Noreen Miracle of lot 1-6, concession 1, Candaland Survey Record 85441, and lot 1-7, concession 1, Candaland Survey Record 85441. A land transfer from Catherine Eileen Hill to Jordan Craig Hill and Kayla Megan Hill of lot 29J-1-1, Canada concession A, save and accept lot 29-3, and right away on Candaland Survey Record 107948, revised statutes of Ontario 107948. Does council approve these land transfers?
I just have a question, Chief.
Go ahead.
I've never seen that before. What does that mean, save and accept? What does
It
that
means-
mean?
I
What
would
does
say it's
land
not- it
transfer
means not
down here says
including.
As a save and accept. I just want to understand what that means.
I would say it means not including. Ask the land person to come forward. There she on
Did you
great.
ever seen it before on any land transfers that we've ever done? So I just wanted to understand what that meant.
Just so we can get clarity from the department.
What are you doing? Chief, what are you doing?
I can call the department and ask them.
Because I've just never seen it
Just don't
before.
forget you're live streaming right now.
If somebody answers, you have to inform them that we are live. And you have them on speaker.
Maybe we could just defer
Ann could
it.
get me an answer. You don't have to call me, Chief.
Just hold on.
I won't be able to get anything
Or
from Amy
we
until
just
next week.
defer it for now.
Do you want to just defer it until we know what that is?
Hold on.
We can just defer the one.
We can just defer the one.
Mhm. I just wanted to.
In legal terms, save and accept means to exclude something from a broader grant or agreement, such as a property, deed, or a statute. It's a way of stating that the specific item, right, or portion is being carved out and is not included in the transaction, preventing confusion and disputes. For example, a property transfer might save and accept the mineral rights, meaning the new owner doesn't get the mineral rights. So it means,
Okay,
it
thank you,
means
Chief.
not
That's all I
included.
need to know.
I thought it
I
meant
just
not
never seen it
included.
before.
So it's not including. Okay, that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Thank you so much.
I would assume that one of those lots is right away.
So is there a mover then to accept?
I
these
said I
land
would assume one of
transfers?
them lots is the right away.
Which means they're keeping the right of way.
It's a private right away? Which one's that?
29-3.
The Hill one.
Mm.
Which lot? 29-3. I would say it's probably the railway property.
Yeah.
So, is there a motion to approve these land transfers?
Oh, motion.
No second.
Is anybody opposed? Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Seeing none, motion is carried. So the Children's Oral Health Initiative funding, there's a recommendation here that council pass a resolution in support of the Mohawks of Bay County to act as a flow-through for the Children's Oral Health Initiative funding from Indigenous Services Canada for the fiscal year 2025-26 and subsequently transfer the funds to the Southeast Linds Health Unit. This approach ensures that uninterrupted delivery of the Child Health Initiative, Oral Health Initiative program and continue to support children's oral health in the community. This is the recommendation from staff. Does council approve?
I'll motion.
No second.
Aaron and Linda. And childhood oral health is very, very important to overall well-being.
Did something change on this from before? Like, or
Well,
was
we
it
don't
all?
really have a dental office here, so.
I'm not
they go
asking.
for
I'm not
officer
asking that,
for
chief.
service.
Yeah,
it said
the-
there was a merger.
There was a merger between the public health units, so now they're one big conglomerate.
Yeah.
And they don't have a number yet to receive the money from ISC, so we would flow it through, just
Oh.
to,
It's got to flow through us.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was just asking.
Yep.
I thought it changed.
Dahadi Goson Donte Head Start Program Illness Policy.
It's just this year though.
The Dahadi Gosonte illness policy has been revised by updating exclusion timeframes in accordance with public health recommendations. The revisions have been reviewed with the policy analyst and the THS program manager. Recommendation that the policy changes to be approved by the council.
I'll motion to.
In that motion, Chris, can we also include the daycare? Shu just let me know on a break there, that this,
Absolutely. I think it should be for all of the schools that
just these two, because theirs comes from the same place and it's passed
In the
down
same
for both
building.
of them,
yeah,
for that Head Start and daycare.
that's fine.
So it's a ministry-driven directive,
Ministry-driven
basically,
directive.
that impacts both of them. And that's why they're asking to also make the revision to the daycare policy.
So that we don't have any outbreaks of everybody.
I'll second that for you too,
So it's been moved by Chris Brandt, who will second it.
me,
Aaron? Anybody opposed?
for Head Start and daycare.
I got that, as per ministry directive. Okay, anybody opposed? Seeing none, the motion's carried. JFK law invoices. One deals with human rights tribunal case, which is a crazy case. 403,682, $490. Invoice number 403,724 is $2,743. General advice. Does council approve?
Yep, I'll motion.
Aaron, is there a
Second,
second?
Chief.
Curtis? Anybody opposed? Seeing none, the motion is carried. Indigenous Services Canada Amendment Number 112 for the fiscal year 25-26. The request is to acknowledge and approve the amendment forwarded by ISC for additional program funding for the fiscal year 2025-26. Amendment number 112 is for the First Nations School Targeted HCSE. and it's for $44,528. Does council approve MBQ receiving additional funding for this program?
Motion.
No second.
Yeah. Who was the first part of that?
Glory and Linda?
HCSC, high cost, special, what was the last letter?
High cost special education is what it used to be called. And the money is needed for that.
What is this, what is this first, part of it here where it says, the department is processing adjustments to your agreed for your elementary and secondary education programs as a result of $1,837,896.50 is being added to your agreement. What's that?
It's the new total.
Oh, that is the total, so they're only, adding 44,000, you said,
$44,528.
to give a total of 1 million.
That's correct.
Okay, yes. Okay, I'm fine with that.
1.8 million,
I'm good.
which shows you that there's a high need for special education. It's been moved by Gloria and seconded by Linda to approve it. And is anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Seeing none, motion's carried. Sign, please. The seniors interest-free loan policy revisions. MBQ seniors interest-free policy has been revised by updating the low income determination, revising the policy statement, ensuring consistency of terminology within and putting it into the new MBQ policy format. The recommendation is that council approve this policy revision. And let's go through it so people online can see what it is. So the policy was last revised in August 30th, 2013. The new revision date will be today. So the Mohawks of Penny supports the senior members in maintaining a safe, healthy, hazardous-free, functional home through an interest-free loan-free mortgage program. The senior interest-free mortgage program is intended for low-income senior households. The program provides eligible senior members who are homeowners with financial assistance up to $25,000, repayable over a maximum amortization period of 25 years, to address essential health and safety improvements of their primary residence. This policy ensures that assistance is delivered fairly, consistently, and in accordance with the MBQ policies and the National Building Code and relevant standards and regulations set forth by Health Canada, the Electrical Safety Authority, the Wood Energy Technical WET Guide, the Technical Safety Standards Authority, TSSA, and other building guidelines related to the project. The senior interest-free mortgage program is not intended to cover the cost of new construction or the purchasing of existing homes. The applicant must have a certificate of possession for the property associated with the senior's interest-free mortgage application. On the next page 2, the household low income thresholds are determined for singles, couples, and families using the current federal minimum wage. Low income determination calculations are outlined in Appendix C. And there's a revision there with number 2. Applicants are responsible with 4.0, item B. Applicants are responsible to arrange for the inspection of each stage of the project as outlined in Appendix Z. So inspections. Page 3, item I, subparagraph 1. Subparagraph I, absolutely no funds will be released without the signed land transfer form and relevant natural and real property documents. E, the renovation plan must be consistent with the applicant's approved seniors interest-free mortgage limit. Applicants are responsible for collecting and submitting quotes. The quotes will be used to justify the exact amount requested. Page 5, item D. Should the applicant sell the home for which the senior interest-free mortgage was applied, then the mortgage must be paid off by the proceeds of the sale of the home. Item G, the senior's interest-free mortgage cannot be combined with any other MVQ loan. An existing senior's interest-free mortgage may only be increased through a new application and approval under this policy up to a combined maximum limit of 25,000. Page 6, item 8.0. Applicants may seek to appeal any decisions made in the application of this policy within 30 days of the decision date. Item B. If the applicant issue is not resolved after the meeting with MVQ Housing Department, the applicants are encouraged to request a meeting with the MVQ Chief Administrative Officer and representatives of the MVQ Housing Department. Item C. If the applicant's issue remains unresolved following the meeting with the CO, then they choose to submit a notice of appeal to the appeal board. The appeal board shall consist of the Tyendinaga Mohawk Council. So they don't beeline it to my office as it's the first step. Staff have responsibilities in here. That's where they need to refer to follow the process. And the appendix is there. 2, 3F, 3B. Applicant must have approved registered certificate of possession associated with the senior's free mortgage. Item 3F, the household low income thresholds are determined by singles and couples, families using the current federal minimum wage. Calculations are outlined in Appendix C. 4B, applicants are responsible to arrange for inspections at each stage of the project as outlined in Appendix D. So it's the applicant's responsibility.
You read me well, Chief?
Yeah,
That's
this
in
is
that
just a, yeah. So does council approve these policy changes? If so, I need a motion. Chris?
A couple questions, Chief. Clarity. It talks about referencing the National Building Code, but last week we had contractors here saying, what are you guys doing? You reference the Ontario Building Code, then you say build the National Building Code, and then you say build our 2000, and then we do this code, and then you change it to that. I thought last week we were told Ontario Building Code applies, then why is this referencing National Building Code? Is question number one. Number two, has the income thresholds, is it going to change based upon this from what it currently is?
It shows that it's gone up to, like for two people, it's 73,840.
73?
Yeah. So it's based on minimum wage. So if it's a couple, then it's based on 2 minimum wage incomes, which is 73,840 for a couple for a year.
73, okay, because I got the wrong thing, because I saw 37 for a single and 55-ish for
It's probably gone up with inflation.
right. So my question
Oh, no.
is,
So it says calculations. So that's on the second last page. Calculations to determine low income levels, single person, minimum wage 1775 times 40 hours per week times 52 weeks is 36,920 per year or less. Family income is minimum wage 1775 for 40 hours, 52 weeks, 36,920 plus minimum wage of 1775 times 20 hours per week for 52 hours.
so
55,380. So I'm assuming they add the 18,460 per person that's there.
so what I want to know is, and
So it makes more people eligible.
what?
Yeah.
So a single person, single elder, is at 37. What is the income threshold? Is it below this amount you qualify? Above that amount you don't qualify? Because it's coming up on the
I
agenda.
think it's below that you qualify.
Okay, but we got to know. We can't think. I don't know.
Well, it says to determine low income levels, you have to make 36,920 per year or less.
For a single,
as
for a single.
So an elder has to make 36.
less than
Or
30,
less.
less 30,
Or less. So
less
my
than
question
36.
is, what is it now? Because I think it's upwards to 50 for a single. And then, do we change this?
I don't think it is 50%.
No?
right now.
Can we have
Okay.
Tom come in, please? Or
It
whoever's
says,
responsible
no,
for this policy?
we can't. It says the
You
low
can write
income
this down.
levels, the low income levels change each time minimum wage changes. So this is as of April 1st, 2025, with the federal minimum wage rate.
Okay, so what would be the income threshold for an elder? a single person, one person, an elder in the household, what is going to be the threshold? If you make over X amount, you don't qualify. That's my question.
36,920.
36. And is that what it currently is now? My
920.
question. Pardon me?
36,920 is what it will be, so what is it currently now? So can Shu come into with the policy what it is now to answer
Or
these
someone can
questions?
write this down
I think
here.
it's only
Pat.
like
Someone
28
write
or
it down.
something.
It's gone up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was at like 28 before. Because it was 56 for a couple before.
Can you bring Shu in to answer these questions? Because I don't know that off the top of my head like that. The
Because
numbers.
don't they just double it?
Trying to go to the other thing.
The family is 55,380. Just about. It's 36 plus an extra 18,460. So not quite double. The third. Or half, sorry.
And then one final question. I'm not sure if Angela or you want to wait for Shelley. Write this down. Are you ready? Okay. It says no financial advances. So if an elder was to order a new roof and the roofer says, I want 5,000 down, are we counting on you can't borrow to give them the 5,000 down? Is that considered a financial advance? Or are you saying no financial advance to the elder? Can the person get a down payment to put on the windows as an advance?
So we have a number of questions, Shu. The first one is, what is the current policy?
So this policy was the last to be updated of council's decision to use the minimum wage threshold over the Stats Canada FICO numbers because they didn't align. And so through CWC, they provided that formula that I heard you read out already in the appendix. And so the old chart on here in the existing policy was from 2009.
So what are the amounts that for a
And the
single
amounts in
person?
that year for a single person in a rural area was 17,000, but for an area of less than 30,000, it was 20,000. But these are again 2009, right?
So what's the policy for here then based on that?
It's what is read out in Appendix B. That's what we use for all our other programs so that they're consistent across the board. So the threshold is 36.
36,920. That's the federal minimum
But
wage rate.
Chris was, with this, that's what it will be with the policy change, but what is it now is his question.
20,000, she just said.
I just read those out to you. It's
17
the
and
old
20.
LIFO, but we're actually.
I'm just looking for a number,
20,000.
20,000, so it's gone up considerably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Almost double.
Because these numbers in the current policy are from 2009.
20,000. And it's going up to 36,920 for a
Based
single
on
person.
minimum wage of it in a single person. That's what it is. That's what minimum wage is set. So that
much
is,
better off.
there's an affordability element to this as well. Because
So it's almost doubled, right? 20 to
Yes, well, minimum
39.
wage has gone up considerably. I don't know what it was in 2009.
So just a question. So it says family income is 55,380, but moderate income based on double income is 73,840.
This one is your one person plus half that person.
Oh,
and
okay.
one is-
Okay, and the next question is the application of the building code. Some of the agreements say the Ontario Building Code, some say the
Yeah,
National
I
Building
didn't
Code.
make any changes to that. That is within the existing policy, but I can absolutely make that change. So whatever that phrasing needs to be.
But I guess the question is, why is it? Does it depend on the funder, or is it just depending on the policy that MBQ
That I
has?
don't know. It was in the existing policy, and it wasn't one of the changes that was requested to be made. So, but we absolutely can change it to whatever.
Okay,
you want to follow.
give me an example, Shu. We have the long-term care. We're getting capital money from CMHC, 6 million plus a loan, plus we're getting 48 million from the Ontario over 25 years. So it may have to meet both building codes because of the source of the funding. I'm
But
not sure I'm asking
we
a
do
question,
with
if
some of
that's
our
the way it is.
policies when there's joint or when we have to use or rely on two streams of funding like that, when we create policy, we often go with a higher standard, which is, for example, with next door, if you have a provincial employment standard apply to the funding and the Canada Labor Code, as we are MBQ, the higher the two would be where we would set the bar. In terms of this, that's a very technical question, so I'd like to bring that back to the program. I know that there are applications waiting for this policy to be approved, so I could try to seek that answer this afternoon.
Yeah, Councilor Chris has asked that question, so I want to make sure he gets a proper answer.
That other question that I had Chris had asked about the advance of money.
Yes.
Would that go if the advance was, let's say the elder needed a new roof and they said they needed a $5,000 down payment. So that wouldn't, if it was approved, would that money, then that down payment would be paid to the company and not to the elder, right?
That's what I'm thinking.
To
because
get
when
the
appeal-
work started so that he could get the roof done. So,
Yeah, very rarely do the funds go directly to the applicant, they go generally
Okay,
to the vendors involved.
Based on the presentation of invoices.
Yeah, or codes,
Is that-
whatever it might be.
that's okay, Chris? Then
Yeah, as long as they can access to put a deposit down.
Yeah, and
So really, this policy change does help a lot of people around low income be eligible for the program.
Yeah, especially
There's
double.
an improvement on eligibility
I'll
requirements.
motion.
I'll second.
Chris Brandt and Ogwari. Is anybody opposed?
No, good.
Anybody opposed? Any abstentions? Seeing none, the motion is carried.
Thanks, you.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Thank you.
That's very good.
So the minimum wage in 2009 was $7.25 per hour.
Whoa,
It's pretty 18 then? It's pretty 18, that's
1775,
75. Okay. I thought it was close.
almost
It's set to
18.
go up again.
Okay, so
Might
the,
not go far for the other item.
Alan Pratt invoices, at number 6413 for $4,960 relating to the Culberson track discussions. Invoice number 6414, $1,770 for surrender number 24. Invoice number 6415, $2,070 Churton Pen loss of use. Invoice number 6417, $880 for the Culberson track addition to reserve.
Motion.
Moved by Chris DePay. Chris Miracle, is there a second?
Second, too.
Ogwari?
No.
Pardon me, Curtis. Oh, pardon me,
Worried it.
Curtis. Got it. Anybody opposed?
No.
Seeing none, the motion is carried. No, you wanted to have, we did the volunteer equalization payments. Chris, do you have a motion to make?
Thank you, Chief. Yeah, some volunteer fire, and again, I apologize if I'm wrong, but volunteer firefighters approached me to say that if you work for the band, you get paid overtime after a certain amount of time on the fire. But if you're a community member and a volunteer, you only get minimum wage or something like that, a much lower rate. And they're saying that if you work for the band, fire, you can get potentially make a lot more money than John Doe who volunteers but works for somebody else.
No,
Not that I'm aware
they
of.
don't get paid
Not that I'm
overtime.
aware of either.
They don't get paid overtime, not from
But
MBQ.
do they get paid? For cover 40 hours
No,
No.
it's, you get paid per call,
per call?
and it's like 3-hour minimum, I think, per call. At least it used to be. And when I was on, it was $12, and it was $12 an hour you get paid. I know it's gone up, but. I
And
don't
if an
know.
employee is working, if it's a call during the day, I don't think they get paid by MBQ, not from the fire.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Or the fire department, I guess.
That's what they're talking about.
So is there a motion then to require to this item or not?
Well, it doesn't seem like they give me the same information, but it does seem like that maybe we're paying our people who work for us more than what the private person makes, no? Okay.
Never used to be.
They're getting
When
their-
did it change?
They're getting their salary.
Yeah.
During MBQ time. So maybe they're thinking that they're
They're-
getting paid more because they're only getting
Yeah.
their volunteer hour.
Exactly. But they're not really. So if you work for MBQ, whether it be Scott or whether it be somebody on the roads, it's MBQ's policy that if you work for them, you're paid straight through, but you don't get paid for that call. You understand what I'm saying? So the volunteers would get paid for that call, but if you're an MBQ member and you're working for us, they just don't lose any time, right? I don't think that's ever changed yet, right?
No.
No? Okay, well, it's still the same then.
Okay.
So.
So there's no
There-
change?
Yeah, there must be some misleading information. Maybe that's what they
Or just
think
misunderstood.
that's happening.
Or they, exactly, or they just misunderstood.
Misunderstood it, one or the other, because it hasn't changed in a lot of years. It's been like that. So.
So there's no motion required
Thank
then,
you,
Chris?
Chief. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's been clarified then what the policy is, and just note that. The HR subcommittee for counselors,
No.
that's in camera.
Then do I have another item, Chief? Community members are asking about a potential Saturday afternoon candidates debate before the election.
Yeah, that was posted online. That was a question online, why could they not have, they could not have the candidates meeting on a Saturday so they could take more time to for a question and answer session.
Well, it's up to the council.
I think,
No,
to be honest, I
It's not up
think
to the council. We don't have anything to do with it for a
It's the
reason, so it stays
elections people.
unbiased.
it would look bad on this council to try and plan the elections, in my opinion.
So it's
So
up to
what?
the
It would
electoral
look bad
officer.
on this council to try and plan the elections. That's why we're hiring an electoral officer to figure all this stuff out for us.
And the all candidates night's always been done administratively through the band office to keep the separation, so it doesn't look like we're favoring the current council. Oh, what's your schedule? Okay, we'll book it on this day. So we eliminate that discussion so that people, yous aren't getting favoritism and everybody's treated the same. Yous got the same letter every other candidate got.
And I guess with so many candidates too, how many candidates we at now?
18.
18
Okay.
for council or for chief?
2 for chief and 16
Two.
2.
for council.
2.
2 for chief
Someone dropped out.
and 16 for council.
Well, I told them I would motion this, so I'm putting it on the table, and I'm motioning a Saturday or a second evening if a Saturday is not available.
Well, but you should put that to the
don't
election.
understand what it's
Because we're not running the election.
No, I don't think Vaughn determines if
No,
we
Vaughn's
want.
not
to-
Vaughn.
If we do that, then it looks like.
Who's the moderator? We don't even select the moderator.
I think-
Yeah, like in my personal opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, but if we try and plan the elections, it makes it look like we're trying to fix it for us.
Oh, I don't
The
agree,
ones
but
that
that's
are
what.
in it, because the ones that are not in it don't have the voice at the table to say, let's schedule these things here. Like, we can't schedule it for all those ones that are not here at the table right now, all of the potential candidates.
I say we just leave it as is, and we've made the changes of each person, or each candidate gets 3 minutes, which is gonna give a lot more time for.
We didn't make those, we didn't
No,
do that.
no,
Administrative.
I
but
just
that's
wanna make
what,
sure that's clear,
that's
'cause
what
it
it was.
sounded
Oh,
like
yeah,
it.
okay, I'm sorry, but what was said of how they're going to allow a question and answer session is by cutting down the time that each candidate gets to talk. And yeah, I'm winging it anyway. I'm not, I
You don't need 3 minutes?
don't even need 3 minutes.
It says it's scheduled till 10, but if all the candidates agree to go longer and want to continue, that's up to everybody that's at the front of the room.
And
And
if
right
your
now, there's
monitor-
no Saturdays available in November. So,
And if your
For the
moderator
community
wants to
center.
continue on too.
The hall is an issue.
Mhm.
Okay,
Maybe that's something we could look at for future elections to see instead of having it during the week, try to schedule it like on a Saturday. Because it's too hard to do it now.
Let the administration
okay.
keep trucking.
So this other number 19, then we'll go into in private.
Table for the Belleville General.
Gloria, is your social media
That's
post,
private.
is that private?
Yep.
The Belleville General Hospital thing too.
Yeah, the Belleville General Hospital, councillors responded that you would support it. There've been a number of our ladies have had breast cancer, and so a mammography machine at the Belleville Hospital would be a great help in diagnosing cancer in our ladies. And so the Belleville Hospital Foundation is having a gala at the Wally Denver Arena on what day is it?
CAA Arena.
Pardon?
CAA Arena.
Yeah, the CAA Arena. I think Charlie got the menu here. It's going to be kind of a sports theme.
Yeah.
So
That's
the
when
menu
you're
will
supposed to wear
be,
your
there's
jersey or
a
you're encouraged to wear
a
it.
slider station, beef, chicken, and vegetables, a pasta station, a live auction with chefs finishing to order, a pizza station, various flavors, toppings, a dessert station, ice cream bar, mini donuts, selection of tarts, etc., snack portion, popcorn, pretzels, and cheese
In
dip.
the email, I got motion that,
So we need a motion then to support this cause and donate, buy a table
Did,
of
and Aaron did too.
$2,000. Chris?
Aaron seconded it. We said that we had to actually make a motion
At
at the table.
Okay, it's been moved by Chris and second by Aaron. Does anybody oppose? Anybody oppose?
Everybody's getting
Motion
okay
carried.
on it.
Who's going to attend?
I'd like to attend.
When is it again?
November 27th.
Yeah, because it's a Saturday.
Yeah, it is attending. Who else is attending? I'll attend.
Chris.
Chris, is it table for 10
Chris.
people? Yeah, it's a table for 10.
Chris Frank, you're attending?
Yes, I'm going.
Anybody else going to attend?
I might
would
be
say
able to.
yes.
Chris Cheeseburgers.
Or are you going to attend?
Do Curtis?
Chris Frank, Linda,
Yeah, he's going. Warren's going.
Lugari?
So, did you say it's a total of 10 people?
Yeah.
And where is that?
The arena.
The arena in Belleville.
The main one, the bowl.
The big
right?
one. The Belleville Senators.
Your yard, maybe.
Oh, okay. So right there in Canada.
Yes.
Chris will let us know, so let Charlie know then. Chris
And what
Frank will
time is
be-
that?
We got the paper there. 5:30.
What's the time on that, Chief?
5:30.
I think it's
Charlie
5
can,
o'clock.
Charlie can flip the email to everybody.
We'll send an email around.
Just flip
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Thank you.
So, Chip, are you going to attend?
Yeah, possible, chief, yeah, probably. I'm just writing it down, just got to double check.
So you and Ellison will attend then?
Well, there's only room for 10 people.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 of them. Brenda, Chris and Brenda. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8 people. Just from
I'm not bringing anybody.
Well, yeah, Allison will probably
Yeah,
go, but I'm just saying that she would.
I have to confirm, so
Okay.
when Charlie lets us know the time, then I can let you know.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I asked in the email how many people are going and,
All right.
and if so, if we have the full 10, then Brenda will also back her just like Allison.
Okay, so that's, the councilors confirm with Charlie.
I'll send you an email right now.
I'm already going, yes.
Proper time, right, sir?
You said it's 5:30, Chris, Linda, O'Leary, for sure.
So that concludes our regular council meeting. Is there any other issues? Seeing none, can I have I'd like to thank all of our people who joined us online. I wish you all a good balance of the day, and it's nice to see it's not got really cold out yet, and just be safe, everybody, and need a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Moved by
Second.
Morgan
Not adjourn. You have to go.
Motion to go in private.
to go in private. Second. Okay.